Alright everyone, welcome back to the Tokyo Samurai Madden franchise on Madden 26. Last week, what did we do? Oh, we had a bye week, that's right. It's been a minute since I've recorded. By a minute, I mean like 2 days. But we had a close heartbreaker versus the Owls. We lost 31 to 28. And then had our bye week. And now we are here in week 9 against the 3-5 Omaha Rockets, who I should just have this ready at this point. I never do, apparently. I did the first couple times, but now I don't. We're on Sunday Night Primetime. We are in Omaha, though. Um, Wrong thing, of course. Trying to see, who are the Omaha Rockets again? Rockets. That's the Commanders. So that makes sense. Okay, the Commanders, who did just trade away Cam Robinson, so there is that. Not a ton to go over here. We're just gonna hop into this storyline in the zone. Let's see what this is about. I don't know. We are in our office. Hey Jalen, thanks for stopping by. You've had a great season so far. A ton of turnovers. Thanks, coach, but Rain, what? But all I really care about is helping the team and doing what's needed. Okay, let's talk about the second half of the season. Please. What's your goal for the rest of the season? Well, coach, you tell me. It's a bad answer, to be honest. What part of my game are we going to focus on? Well, total touch. I would say limiting turnovers, but I guess total touchdowns, because we do get a ton of rushing. You want to use your athleticism. How many total touchdowns do you think you'll end up with at the end of the year? I think right now he has almost 20, if not 20. Oh, he wants 50. Okay, I have to check and see what he's actually at. Hold on. Let's take a look, because I don't remember. He is a handful of passing. He's in double digits for both. I don't know. I don't know how many rushing he has, honestly. He has 12 passing and 8 rushing. So he is at 20, exactly. What a guess. He wants to get 30 more in the next 8 games. Okay. That's a little under 4 a game total. I can already tell you that's not going to happen, but we'll try our best. But anyways, let's see what we want to do here with this stuff. We're going to keep our edge defender thing. Focus players. Great, I upgraded that. So let's go to that and actually use it. And then I'm thinking we'll go ahead and take the Blitz Buster, since it is a platinum, is that what this is called, ability? So we can identify blitzers pre-snap here for sure, and then we also do have +4 pursuit for all of our linebackers along with the other shit, right? So that's pretty solid. We got that. I think for our play sheets, we are going to for sure do screen game, and let's just do dollar again. I don't see a reason not to. In terms of these, I guess the focus players aren't yet. I guess we don't add them in yet, but I don't know. I trust our staff at this point with these training plans. I think they have a good idea of what to do. So we'll see if it actually ends up screwing us or not. But no one out on offense. On defense, okay, we lose another corner, Ezekiel Turner, who is a linebacker playing corner. So that's less than ideal, but we'll we'll make it by. Hopefully. Let's see what upgrades we have, and then we'll go right into our Sunday Night Primetime game. Connor Hayward, surprisingly bad run blocker. Let's get him a little bit better at run blocking at least. Okay. It's not awful. And these guys I don't really care about that much. Upgrade just to make them better. Aside from that, let's get right into it. Going to see about a different uniform. I don't remember if we have other alternates or not. Why are they showing... Oh, this is their uniforms anyways. Well, prime time for them. What do their homes look like? They're alright. Ooh, I kind of like those. Let's go with their alternate homes. And then... let's do our alternate ones, because those are away-like, so... and I think they're nice. So we'll rock with those. But here we are. Sunday Night Primetime. I don't think we've done Sunday Night yet, have we? No, we haven't. We've done Thursday and we've done Monday, so this is the last one we need to do. In terms of primetime games, to clarify. So here we are. Coming out to the field. We're just going to skip that because at this point, we're good. Ooh. I like the score bug. It's nice. Let's check what their team looks like. It looks like J.J. McCarthy will be starting. They also do have Aaron Rodgers. They do have McCarthy. They're missing Antonio Gibson, but they're rocking Naheem Miller-Hines, which when did he add Miller to it? I don't know, but he's Naheem Hines from what I remember, but he's here. Donovan Edwards, not a great running back group, but receivers are really good. Amon-Ra, Drake London. They also have Juwan Jennings. That's a really, really good trio. Although, I feel like Drake London and Juwan Jennings are kind of redundant, but I think they'll make it work. I don't think it's too big a deal for them. They clearly have a type because they also have Nick Westbrook-Akine and Alan Lazard. There's these really big body receivers. And then Amon-Ra's here as just a good elite slot receiver. Tight end. They're missing Dalton Schultz today, but they do have Austin Hooper, who's fine. Tristan Wirfs at left tackle, Isaac Sayamalu at left guard, Ryan Kelly at center, Greg Van Roten at right guard, and then Joe Alt at right tackle. So that's a pretty good line. Defensively, they got Jalen Phillips and Matt Judon, who they just traded for, on the edge rusher group. They also have Mason Graham, the rookie D tackle, along with rookie Omar Norman Lott on the interior. Solid group there. Do they have any injuries here? No. So they're just starting Sean Dolak, who's a rookie, at Sam. They do have Nick Bolton, Denzel Perryman, and they have Trenton Simpson as well. So a decent group at linebacker. Corner, they have DJ Reed, Tareeb Still, Emmanuel Mosley. Solid group at corner. Javon Holland and Jordan Whitehead rounds out a solid safety group. Although they do have Nicky Manwari, who I would start over Jordan Whitehead, but that's just me. Then they do have Cam Hayward, Jesus, he looks different. No, Cam Little and Johnny Hecker. Sorry, I'm thinking about my Steelers. They won today. Cam Hayward had his best game of his season so far. But besides the point, here's QB1. Got to kick this one off. Here come the Rockets. And like I said, I like their uniforms. And there's a solid return. And here comes J.J. McCarthy, who I guess he hasn't started the whole season. Looks like it, because he only has 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, unless he's really just doing that. But I'm assuming they maybe started Rodgers prior. I don't know what I'm thinking here. We probably need to be ready for the pass. Their run game's not that scary. Although there is a run for Naheem Hines. But I am worried about the pass more when they have 3 really solid receivers, really good receivers. They are going to run it again. And Bobby Wagner looking incredibly slow. And there is a first down run. The game's even calling him Naheem Hines. They said, we do not need the Allen in there. Speaking of Allen, fuck, I was supposed to cover that. And that's going to be a touchdown. Naheem Miller Hines. They have Major Tutty is there. I also forgot that I need to go in after this in the depth chart, fix this. Because once again, we have Will Harvey as our Sam. And Lawante David just chilling, doing nothing. Okay, there we go. That's better. Yeah, I mean, it didn't help that we had backup linebackers on the field for that, but at the same time, that was my bad. I got confused and mixed up because of the linebackers being who they were, and it got me distracted. I was controlling Bobby Wagner, who was supposed to cover Naheem Hines. I'm going to call him Naheem Hines because that's what I've known him as, and I'm not going to remember to call him Miller Hines. That's fine. Kadarius Toney's going to come out here on the kick return and gets to 26. Nothing too crazy. But here comes Jalen Milroe. Not an incredible season. He has flashes, obviously, of being a really, really good quarterback. I think could be maybe not as good as Lamar, but he could be similar to a Lamar Jackson. But he needs to clean up the turnovers. He needs to work on the accuracy. And here's a run to start off. Charbonnet gets about 3. In the past couple games, we have had some success in the run game. And not just with Milroe. But obviously, Milroe has been good too. And there's Judon, who tackles Milroe on the read option. That puts us in a 3rd and 11. And obviously, the new acquisition for the Rockets already making a big statement there. Going pass, obviously. We're going to run it with Milroe. And he's going to get 10. I probably could have thrown it. It's going to be 4th and 1. Honestly, I kind of want to go for it. 4th and 1. It's ballsy from our 35, but I feel like we can get it. We're going to run it. It's Charbonnet. Goes to the right side. And Charbonnet's going to take this all the way to the house. 65-yard touchdown. Yes, he still gets there, even with Javon Holland in pursuit. And they're all doing the flips, but Zach Charbonnet breaks through the line on the right side. I'm glad I decided not to run a QB sneak because they would have demolished Milroe. And, you know, they've sent a lot of their guys up the middle because they expected to run up the middle, which is fair. I would have probably done the same thing, but clearly not a great call for them because we get an easy 65-yard touchdown for Charbonnet. So 2 quick touchdowns for both teams starting running backs to start the game. And like nothing happened. We just spent 3 minutes scoring 2 quick touchdowns, and we're right back to even. All right, so here we go. Return again from number 1. I don't know who 1 is, but somebody. But I'm interested. They were running it. They haven't thrown it yet. And here's a read option for McCarthy. He has some speed to himself. And he's going to spin and gets hit and still gets some yards to the 40-yard line. It's a 33-yard gain. Yeah, not ideal. But McCarthy offers that. He has the athleticism to do that. And their run game is working. And here's another read option. And we're just not able to get there. McCarthy, bad angle from me as Elliott. McCarthy another 31 yards there. And what the hell am I doing? I don't know. Couldn't tell ya if I tried. I'm not going too well at the moment. But all I know is we're going to absolutely have to contain because I'm not liking it. And here's me throw over the middle. This one to Amon-Ra, who gets 7. And yeah, I'm glad I covered. Was that Drake London? Yeah. But still, it was rough. And second and goal from the 1. Here's a run. Naheem Hines gets tackled for a loss of 2 by Balor. And it's going to be a 3rd and goal. What's the route here? I think we're going to do... I know this is a little... That's not what I picked at all. Like, not even the same formation, but oh well, we're here. No, and not Miller. McCarthy looking for something. He fumbles it on the 1, and we recover it. It's Maurice Hurst down at the 1. Huge hit from Bobby Wagner. Knocks the ball out of McCarthy's hands as he was looking to get a touchdown there, but nothing there. No points that turnover. But now we are pinned down at our own 1, really like our own inches yard line, and we need to get out of here. Here's Charbonnet pushing forward for 3-ish. And 2nd and 6. Now we have a little bit more room, but still, I'd like to get a little bit more than that. Here's Rico Dowdle in now. And trying, gets stuck a little bit. Doesn't really get anywhere. And we are sitting at a 3rd and 4 at our own 6. Motioning Dupree to the right here. Milrow gonna just take it himself again. He's gonna slide down for the first down to the 14. Sure, I probably had something open there, but I wasn't really interested in looking at it. When you're rocking with the athlete, that quarterback that we have, we're gonna use his legs on those important downs. And there's game 3 for Io Manor. See if this play works out for us. Oh, no, it does not. We're rolling out. We're going to just throw this one away. And that's a late hit. I mean, ref's just not calling the hits. These late hits at all. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 7. And I'm not sure where to go here with the football specifically, but we'll just see who gets open, I guess. I don't know. I don't have an immediate first read. It's going to be Kadarius Toney, and he can't bring it in. A little bit of a high ball. Would have rather that not been a ball that Toney had to jump for, but still, Toney should have caught that. And we're going to have to punt it. And it's not the best punt. Going to be down at the 46, so pretty good field position for McCarthy in the offense here. We're starting out going 5 wide here. I do not want to have Avery Young stuck on Mr. Amon-Ra. But there's a 4-yard gain for, is that Jelon Jennings there? I think it is. Looks like it, yep. 2nd and 6 now. They're continuing to go 5 wide here. And pressured, McCarthy rolling out, runs up the middle, takes another shot from Bobby Wagner. And it's very interesting that he has not really been sliding on his runs. That's something to be concerned about, as he fumbled on the goal line already. And here's Jesse Bates with a tackle on Hines. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 6. Another pass. Pressured, ball's out again. Luckily this time, a lineman falls on it. And loss of 3 there. And that was Kinlaw with the sack and forced fumble. Going 5 wide again. It's going to be a QB draw for McCarthy. Takes a huge shot. Levante David. Only 1 yard for McCarthy. They're going to take a field goal here. It's going to be a long field goal. But Cam Little obviously made 70-yard field goal in the preseason in real life this year. But can he make this? And he can't. He cannot. And there's an injury to Greg Van Roten, their starting right guard. But it hits off the right upright. And just does not go through. That's going to be a unfortunate miss there. And it's going to be first down for us. Dowdle still in the backfield, only gets a yard. Change the play here. Get a little play action here. Whoa. Sure. We lose 3 on that one. I kind of panicked, got pressured. Threw it at Dupree, and he caught it somehow. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Tie game. And kind of eventful for only a two touchdown game for total game. I think I'm still going to go the same play here. 3rd and 12. I like Connor Hayward over the middle of the field here on the crosser. I do not anymore. I'm going to roll out with Judon here. Not Judon, because Judon there. There's Tony. Not able to get the football because it is thrown out of bounds too far by Milrow. And we have the punt. QB1 in on the punt. And Turk gonna get this one to Hines. And Hines gets it to the 19. So we'll take that. That's not bad for us field position-wise. But we do have to really worry about their run game setting up for the pass here. And here's a run. Naheem Hines gets maybe 2. Lawrence Armstrong on the play. It's interesting on how much they're running it. Now, they do have 63 passing yards, but still. Here's a pass out to Jawan Jennings, and he's going to get the first down. Tackle it out of bounds. There's an injury timeout, and that looks like it's Naheem Hines. A little slow and holding his ribs there, and they're down to 1 running back on the roster. That's going to be an issue. They got Donovan Edwards in. 1 running back on the roster. Very interested to see what the plan is here. Here's going to be a run for Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's a good plan. Get about 5 before he gets tackled by Jesse Bates out of bounds. And we'll have to see how Naheem Hines is going to look after this, if he's going to be able to come back in the game or not. Donovan Edwards' first carry goes for 3. But if not, if Hines can't come back into the game, that's going to be a really big loss. Not like he's a huge impact player, but he is their starting running back currently. So in just the nature of the fact that they're down to 1 running back right now, that is just going to be a big impact. He's throwing it deep. Jawan Jennings down the field, broken up. Kalen Carson on the play. And that's going to be a punt on 4th and 2. And that's a great play from Kalen Carson. We've seen him be a bit more consistent. He's playing a bit better than he was in the start of the season here. Here's Kadarius Toney with the return. Not able to juke out the defender to the 29. I don't really know situationally where I want to go on offense here. This play doesn't feel good. But maybe it does. We're going to try it anyways. It's going to get us some space with Milrow. Only 2 yards. So not great, but we're trying. We're trying. But we need to throw the football a bit more. We can't live in our fears. And we're going to go quick. Io Manor on the curl. Gets about 4. Third and 4. We're going to get the open tight end Dupree. CJ Dupree. Oh, I need to remember, don't fight for extra yards if I don't need to, because it will be a mistake. But that's a good play there from Dupree. We're going to go read option this time again. Milrow to the other side. Has a little bit more space. Tackled out of bounds after 9. They've done a much better job at handling the QB run from Milrow than other teams have. So that's a little bit concerning, considering we found a lot of success with Milrow doing that. Oh, and there's a wide open man. I found him so late. It's Connor Hayward, and he can't bring it in because of how late I threw it. And that's a Javon Hollins breakup on that pass. Also, I don't know where Charbonnet is. Unless we're just picking plays that he's not in on, and Dowdle with the handoff up the middle, first down. So it's not bad. We'll take it. First down, under 7 minutes to go in the half. Gonna motion Dowdle out wide. We're gonna try out this tight end screen to Hayward. He's tackled from behind. Loss of 3. It's Mason Graham on the play there. And here is Charbonnet. Gonna get him back in the game. Run it out wide here, and that's a great blocking hole there for Charbonnet. And he's gonna get about 8. And we're sitting at a third down and 4. All right. See what we got here. Them pressured immediately. There's a sack. They brought the delayed blitz there from the defender. That's DJ Reed on the corner blitz. You're telling me we can't make a field goal? Are you sure? A 53-yarder? They want us to punt it. I don't believe in that. There is wind against us. I still don't care. It's not as full of power as I could put into it, but we got that very easily. I'm glad I decided to override that decision, because that would have been stupid. And here's Turk with the kickoff after we took 3, so they didn't believe in us to get. And here's going to be Donovan Jackson, their starting running back at this point, at least at the moment, with a return to the 40. Okay, well, Naheem Hines is back in the game, so looks like he's all right there. And J.J. McCarthy just misses the throw to Hooper on that first down play. And I am really worried about, I continue to call plays out of this formation, but I don't know. That's going to be a high throw again. I was trying to say before I lost my train of thought was Avery Young is over here covering the slot receiver, who has been Amon-Ra or Drake London, and that's not really a good matchup in man coverage. And here's going to be zone. McCarthy managing to get out of pressure to be able to throw it away, but not able to get, obviously, any positive gain. But no negative play obviously helps them. They're going to punt this to try to get the field position battle in their favor. And here's Tony with the return. Oh, look, the speed boost. He gets to the 36. Solid return there for Darius. And we're going to try running with Charbonnet again to start the drive here. Here's a run. Charbonnet again with the blocks ahead of him. Gets about 9. Let's see. Let's see if maybe we can do this one here. We'll go read option here. And Milrow has space this time. Milrow out of bounds before he could take a hit to the 41. Again, just very cautious about him getting hit. Don't want to see our backup in the game ever, to be honest. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see Michael Turk on the field here. I'm going to go out to Dowdle on the flat route, and he's going to get up 8 and sets us up for a nice 2nd down and 2. See if we can do this play here. Read option, a little pitch option there too. Milrow is just going to keep it himself for the 1st down to the 26. They have Isaiah Simmons on this team. I didn't even see him. But they're lying to me. Now, no Kadarius Toney on the field right now. Got McMorris in. That's a little concerning. And we need to throw that so much sooner. I know I should just rip that real quick, but to be honest, I was hoping for a different play to get open, to be made, but it just didn't get open. So, unfortunately, that was the result. Kadarius Toney's back on the field. That's good. And we're going to go deep, too deep. He's trying to go to Io Manor. And again, we're seeing the issues arise from Milrow. Deep passing, the intermediate passing down the field is spotty. Even when we have a man open, and that's a really sweet throw from Milrow there. A little risky with Bolton so close to that throw. But he puts it right behind him and in the window for Roman Wilson to grab across the middle, and that is a wonderful play. And that's what we want to see more of from Milrow, to really grow and develop that skill, because that is really what we need to see from him. Here's Dowdle with a gain of 3, managed to get broken tackle there. And back to the pass with a RPO. Io Manor. It was an RPO. I was planning on passing it almost any outcome, but I like Io Manor with the touchdown. Again, a little bit of a high pass, but still, he brought it down, and that's what matters. And we're going to take a 10-point lead now, and we're going to kick the ball back with plenty of time for the Rockets to work with here. They very easily can go down the field and get some points before halftime. Make this a close game before we get the ball again after halftime. Donovan Jackson on the return. Only gets to 28 here. You'd have to imagine they are absolutely going to want to score here. So they're going to probably throw it. They have time to run it. That's true, but I'm kind of expecting passes mainly. And here is a pass, but it's a sack, actually. And is that Avery Young? It is. On the safety blitz, comes in and gets McCarthy down on the ground. So 2nd and 19, they're going back to pass. Again, McCarthy finding a man. Drake London wide open. It's going to be 3rd and 2. McCarthy over 100 yards on the game. That was Drake London with the catch. And just over a minute left to play. McCarthy looking for something. Finds a man deep over the middle, but it's broken up. Jesse Bates knocks out the pass to Jawan Jennings. And if you're Jawan Jennings, you have to catch that. I mean, he had plenty of time to possess that before giving it up. And I feel like in real life, knowing Jawan Jennings, he should have made that play. But he did not, and that's a huge hit on Toney. But now the story kind of flips here to where now we have a little under a minute and all 3 timeouts to work with. And we can go down the field and score. And then we get ball after halftime. So it's a really tough drive there for the Rockets offensively. Here's going to be a QB draw for Milrow, and he's going to fumble it, but luckily it is recovered by a lineman. Thank God. And I was a little worried about the fumbling, and clearly should have been more worried. But 2nd and 1, we took a timeout there. I'm going to go quick over the middle. It's Roman Wilson, and he gets a handful. We're going to go hurry up here if it will let us. We're just taking forever. Okay, there we go. So under 40 seconds to play in the half here. Oh, we're getting pressured. We got to throw it. I don't know how I managed to get that out in time, but we did. But Nick Bolton and friends got in there for the pressure. There's worse outcomes, though. We did get the incompletion. Still have 2 timeouts. There's going to be a quick one to Connor Hayward. Big hit on him, but we get the first. We're going to take a timeout there. And we're in a situation where we can still try to go for a touchdown. We could also very easily go for a field goal. There's going to be a Connor Hayward open play again, but he's just overthrown. It is frustrating. Should I have been on the run throwing that? Probably not. But still, it's one of those throws that you just wish your guy could make. And we're just sitting here waiting for something to get open, and I'm taking too long to make a decision. And we luckily get that one out. Last thing we need is to give up a sack here. Or a turnover. Those 2 things. We're just going to run it with Milrow again. Slide down. We're going to let this one go down to about 2 or 3 seconds so we can take a field goal and then go right into halftime. That's our last time out. We're going to take a chip shot field goal attempt here. 44-yarder. It's not chip shot really at all. It just looks a lot closer than it is, I guess. I'm telling you, I couldn't make this field goal in real life, but we do. We're up 13 going into halftime, and we'll take the points. And we get the ball here to start the 3rd quarter. And Roman Wilson going to take this one out. And not really able to get too much, only to the 27. We'll see if we can continue this game with no turnovers, please. I'd love to see that, because we've been struggling. Still turning over the football. I mean, luckily we haven't actually given it away. Miller hasn't fumbled it to the other team, but still, I still don't want to have the ball hit the ground. I really don't. I don't want to see it. For a guy who's so athletic and has the ability to run it from the quarterback position, you cannot be fumbling. You cannot have the ball on the ground. If you're a guy who is very athletic, can run, doesn't fumble very much, but does throw interceptions, that you can work that out. You can make that better. And there's going to be a good throw to Dupree. Like a pretty good throw, actually. But Nick Bolton just punched that shit right out of his hands. And it's a 4th and 3, and that's a huge stop for the Rockets, as they are going to get the ball back here. And here's Naheem Hines on the return. Oh, man. Nice hit, Avery Young. We're going to start at the 26. See what J.J. McCarthy and company can do here. And here's going to be a play action. EJ Speed's all over it on the blitz. 2nd and 18 after that sack. And obviously you don't want your quarterback on the ground that quickly. But play action, times with the blitz right up the gap, and no one to pick him up was just a bad combo. And there's a bad play there. Tried to go to the running back out of the flat, but he wasn't really ready, and also the throw just wasn't there. So 3rd and 18. J.J. McCarthy, the young quarterback, not on the same page right now with his receiving options. And here's going to be a McCarthy run, and he's going to get a first down. Of course he does. Finally goes down and slides, more like dives forward, but he learned. And I mean, that's a big play. That's a big first down that they needed badly. And here's going to be a read option, but we're all over that. Avante David, tackle for a loss of 4. And that was a really good time to have that blitz there. 2nd and 14 now. Still have Edwards in the backfield. We're going to go deep to Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's going to get a touchdown off of that. Avery Young was covering him. Obviously, he was up the seam on his cover 3 zone, and that's going to be easily taken advantage of. And Amon-Ra, with his first real big contribution to the game, puts them back within a 1-score game. And that's kind of the big thing, is they're only down by 6, and there's plenty of time. So their defense really just needs to continue what they're doing, and they'll set themselves up for a pretty good rest of this game. We only have 60 yards passing. It is kind of abysmal right now, but here's a run. That's why we're not going to pass it. Charbonnet, juking inside, gets over 100 on that one total with the day. Only 6 carries. Obviously, one of those being a 65-yard rushing touchdown in the first drive, but still. We got quick Connor Hayward on the flat, on the play action. No yards to gain, of course. And I don't know, our passing offense seems to have regressed. Like, it wasn't awful earlier in the season. Now it seems bad. And here's the pre with a nice out route and run after the catch for a first down. But yeah, I mean, I feel like Milroe had his mistakes early on, but he felt like he had the ability to make some plays and some throws, but it just doesn't feel like it's consistent right now. And we're going to go another drag route. Connor Hayward this time gets a chunk to the 17. And I mean, these are plays that he should obviously be making. These are easy throws. Just lob it, put some air under it, get it to your tight end. Ooh, I don't really like who's open, but I kind of like that. Kadarius Toney, what a diving catch, and what a throw from Milroe. Kadarius Toney on the post route, just carrying it across the end zone versus Tareeb Still. And that is an amazing play from Milroe to Toney. A great ball, perfect ball, actually, for him to just dive into it. And Kadarius Toney makes the great catch from there. And he does a little bit of a gritty as well. All right, now, coach wants us to go for 2. I think that is a fair opinion. We'll just do the double slants, see what we have here. All right. Go quick. That's an easy Charbonnet 2-point conversion in the flat there. And that was a pretty good drive for our offense. Puts us up 14 now. Here's a return for the Rockets. And they really needed to get a stop there to continue their momentum. But it seems like the momentum kind of swung back towards us a little bit. We'll see what McCarthy and offense can do here. They can kind of get back up to speed here. And here's a handoff to Donovan Jackson. Naheem Hines has not been super active recently, so I'm interested if he's on maybe a limited snap count, or if maybe he's just not coming back into the game anymore. He was back for a little bit, but maybe not anymore. Here's another run to Donovan Jackson, and gets the first down to the 42. They're finding success on the ground. Obviously, we were prepared for a pass, both of those plays, but still. Here's another run to Donovan Jackson. They're just finding the run down there and seeing if they can get a big play to pop off there, maybe, or setting up for something else, possibly. Still only Donovan Jackson in the game. He does look tired, so I'm kind of assuming maybe no more Naheem Hines. And there's a wide open Amon-Ra St. Brown, who probably should not have stepped out of bounds there, but that was a heavy blitz, and Dante Kent got absolutely juked out of his shoes on that route. He had no idea where Amon-Ra was going there. And there's a run again. Donovan Jackson with great blocks ahead of him from Amon-Ra, who's been actually incredible as a blocker today. And that gets him a first down to the 27. Yeah, Amon-Ra has been an incredible blocker today. And I will say, I mean, they probably have some of the best run blocking receivers in the league right now. And Drake London with the catch there. And also Jawan Jennings. I feel like the bigger body guys that are more willing to block, they're going to be better in the run game more often than not. Here's going to be a read option this time, though. McCarthy stiff arming, shedding the tackle from our man Levante David, but Drake London holding his ribs after that one. Loss of a yard. And Drake London coming out. And Allen Lazard comes in. And here's a play action. Quick Amon-Ra on the slant for his 5th catch. And it's going to set up a 3rd and 4. I really like being in this pistol formation. Here's a run. A little delayed handoff to Donovan Jackson, but it was Arnold Ebiketie on the tackle. And that's now going to bring up a very interesting 4th and 2. Going for it here makes sense to me. I think that is the right call. But I'm interested to see what the play call is. They've been running it. They found success on the pass game as well. They're going pass, though. Quick one. Drake London back in the game to score the touchdown versus Dante Kent. And that's not what we wanted at all, but that is exactly what they wanted, and they got it to make it a 1-score game again. But hey, we know how our defense is. We can't expect the defense to hold up, unfortunately. We desperately need corner help. I think that's going to be a highly invested position group in this offseason if we can, whether we draft one in the 1st round or we try to trade for one, try to sign one, I don't know. But we need somebody else in here. Dante Kent, Kalen Carson, it's not enough. They're not the best. We probably have the worst corner group in the league. I think probably by far. And that's a loss of a yard from Rico Dowdle. Yeah, we need corner help very badly, so we'll definitely be looking at corner very, very intensely this offseason. 2nd down and 11. Going pass. We're going to get Connor Hayward on a little Texas route. 1st down. That's a good play. I think we have a ton of needs, though, to be fair. So it's tough deciding exactly where we're going to go at this point. And that was like the last thing I wanted to do, but it's fine. Dowdle, loss of a yard. I ideally was hoping I was going to throw it quick to Roman Wilson. It did not register that, but that's okay. 2nd and 11. Where do we want to go here? Maybe this play here. I'm not sure who's going to be open. Maybe Kadarius Stoney might be the route to look at. Oh boy. Charbonnet out of the backfield. Nice catch just in his body to make that happen. And gain of 7. A decent throw considering it's on the run towards the right side. Going back left. It's going to be 3rd and 4, another motion. And we're going to get Connor Hayward, who does get bumped by Roman Wilson, I believe, going across as well. But we get the first regardless, so we're chilling in that regard. First down. Another motion. And here's Charbonnet. And shocked I got a yard with that there. That was truly just blown up pretty quickly. Oh man, that's a bad play. I figured it was going to be bad, but we tried the quick screen for Kadarius Toney, but Judon and company were all over it. And it's only a loss of 3. Another motioning Dowdle out wide. Hoping to get somebody open here. We're going to find Iomanner, playmaker up the field, and that's a good throw. We set our feet this time instead of being dumb and just throwing it on the run. Got Iomanner going back up the field for a nice play. Sets us up nicely for a new first down here. And there's going to be Iomanner just out of reach. Man, Iomanner got open on a nice route there. Just unfortunately could not hit him over the middle. And we're going to go hand off to Van Summering, and he's not going to get anything. Judon again there to help stop that one. All right, 3rd down and 10. From the 22. Under 8.5 to go. Motioning Charbonnet out right. Going past. We got an open man. Iomanner again. Steps out of bounds on accident. Up to the 5. That's okay. It's a great play. We'll take it. First down. I like this play. This play could be either really good or not. We're going to go quick. Charbonnet. And the blocks are there. But the defenders are also there quickly. Only a yard. I'm interested in this little RPO. Well, and that's, yeah, not a great play either. With Trenton Simpson on the play. I was kind of set fully on just throwing it to the tight end Dupree there. Maybe I shouldn't have been, probably not, but you know, I thought we had something there. I don't know if I've seen this play before, but I'm kind of interested. And again, might be a bad decision, but I am curious. It's going to be Iomanner, 1 blocker, and that's all he needs for a touchdown. His 2nd on the game. We're up to 35 points now. And Iomanner is starting to look pretty good. That was almost blocked. Back up 14 points. Just over 7 minutes to go. The Rockets really needed their defense to get a stop there, but we're just taking these really long, methodical drives now. And their offense now has to come out and try to score again. But you know, Iomanner has looked pretty good. He's looked like our best receiver as of late. I would say Kadarius Toney kind of held that title for the first 5 to 6 weeks, but I think Iomanner has started to find his groove here. There's going to be a quick throw out to Jawan Jennings. He gets about 6. And I mean, they have the weapons to get it done. Obviously, the passing weapons they have are really good. Probably the best receiver trio in the NFL at this point, and CFL. I'll use those interchangeably because I won't remember. It's fine. They got some crazy motions shenanigans going on here. But here's Donovan Jackson out of the backfield. Oh, ball is out. And recovered Bobby Wagner. I don't think that's going to stand. We will have to see here. here's the booth review. I figured he was down. Let's get a second look at it. I'm kind of assuming. Yeah, he was very down. That camera angle sucked at the same time as kind of looking like maybe we knocked it out before he hit the ground, but no. No. I figured they're going to say it was a... yeah. Reversed. I kind of figured initially that was the case. And here's going to be a run, but we're all over it. Ebikadi tackle for a loss there. And 1-5 wide once again. Yeah, no Naheem Hines anymore. Here's Drake running quick for a nice first down to the 43. That sets him up for a... I don't know what I was going to say, actually, after that. It sets him up for sure, though, for whatever it was. They have under 5 minutes to go here. They still have some time to obviously run it, and it looks like they might. 3 tight ends in the game here. And here is a Donovan Jackson run. Broken tackle. Anderson has to tackle him. And that's going to be a 2nd and 1 now. I don't know. I've always been scared about this play. But 2nd and 1. Here is a run. Donovan Jackson just gets the first down. 4 minutes to go. They're going hurry up here. And here's another run. Donovan Jackson tackled for a loss. Eventually, a loss of 2. And they're going hurry up once again. I'm very interested. We're stuck on a D lineman. And here's going to be McCarthy rolling out. He's going to slide before he can take a hit. Gain of 7. And once again, they're going hurry up. Put Avery Young on a spy. 3rd and 5. Obviously, this is 4-down territory at this point. He's going to find Amon-Ra, who gets about 4. Sets him up for a 4th and 1. They're going quick. Trying to get quickly up to the line here. About 3 minutes left. Here is the play. They're looking pass. McCarthy takes a sack. It's Leonard Williams with his first sack on the game, and that is a huge stop. Does not necessarily close this one out yet, but that could be the nail in the coffin being placed into the coffin. Not quite hammered in yet, but could be the final nail. We just have to get some first downs here. And here's a Dowdle run, just fast enough to get to the edge for a couple. 3rd and 5. Huh. 3rd and 5. Okay, we're going play action here. Going quick out to CJ Dupree, who gets the first down in the flat. Nick Emanwari was in there on coverage, but not good enough coverage, clearly. They take their final timeout here, and we have a chance to lock this game down now. Dowdle with the carry again, only 2. But at this point, we can run the clock down. So I'm going to put shoot clock on. And we do have to snap this one. So we'll get 1 play off before the 2-minute warning. Snap that. And here's Charbonnet fighting for 4. And there's the 2-minute warning. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. So they have a chance to get the ball back here if we don't get the first down, but it's not going to be pretty for them. Here's a run. Charbonnet, first down and more. Charbonnet to the 25. And that should close this one out. We're going to go victory formation here. And we're going to get a very convincing win. Our first of the franchise. We've, as I've said before, our 3 wins have only been within 3 points. We have never won by more than 3 points, let alone the 2 scores that we did today by 14. 35-21 is your final score as we go to 4-4 on the season, and the Rockets head down to 3-6. Dan Quinn, your job is as good as gone, buddy. I'm honestly surprised because this team has some good players, man. I mean, JJ McCarthy, obviously not his best performance, but you have some really good weapons, and we've struggled on offense with passing. We were decent in the pass game, but the run game, again, was pretty solid, and our defense was actually surprisingly decent today. Not great, but decent enough to get the job done. Now, Chandler Zavala, need you to be a better pass protector, please. Okay. That's fine. But yeah, I mean, that's a pretty big game, and actually I do want to take a quick look. I also am now remembering I'm gonna go fix that linebacker situation. His milestone goals, does that show? I don't know how this works, to be honest, with all this stuff, but I haven't really explored the goals or anything like that, but we'll look here. So he added 2 more passing touchdowns and no more rushing. So we're still not on schedule here. We're at 32 of 50 that he wants on the season through, was it 8 games? So technically we're on track, right? Technically we have, 9 more games, so we could. But still, it's not going to be an easy thing, I don't think, but we could get there. We're 22, not 32. I know I said 32, but it's fine. But next week, we're going to be playing, for the second time, the Honolulu Riptide, who we played earlier in the season. Our division rivals. We do get a new ability tier unlocked. The Riptide are at 3-5 right now, but this time we are at home. And I believe if we take a little gander at when we played them prior, we lost to them by 7. So, Milrow with a 4-pick game that game. Yeah, that was also with the fumble. 5 turnovers. So we're hoping for something different, something a little bit cleaner like this game was for this upcoming week here. And we have 2 more breakouts, another DB breakout and a receiver breakout, who I have to imagine is Io Manor. DB breakout, I have no idea. Maybe Kalen Carson. I don't know. But besides the point, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. Bye-bye.